you beautiful people out there, what is going on? This is your friend BritikHD with another Fault video, and today we are going to be talking about the new 0.3.0 patch, what's good, what's not so good, and just kind of my first impressions on it. So if you guys do enjoy the video, please consider dropping a like. And before we get into it, we do got some merch right here, okay? We got some shirts on Teespring made by Next Level Apparel. This is the most premium kind of shirts that I've ever sold as merch. I know some of you guys wanted the return of Britik merch, so we got some new stuff out there for you, so go ahead and check it out. It should be right below the YouTube video. It should be linked through YouTube, and if it's not, I'll also put a link to the Teespring store down in the description. This shirt specifically is limited time, only available for a week, the OG color scheme, but we have some other ones in black and white shirt variations as well. So go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And now let's get into the video. So overall, I think the patch is really good. It tackled my biggest gripes, which was optimization. As I played a couple games yesterday because I was busy all weekend, I only managed to play a couple games before making this video, but still, it felt really good. And the only times I would get drops were during big team fights, for example, or when there was just a lot of pixels going on, a lot of effects, a lot of explosions. I wasn't getting the random stutters anymore. It was more just focused around the team fights and such. And a lot of that is probably because I'm streaming as well. That's taking a very large load on my PC. Because I know some people who have had zero issues, but they also don't stream. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just tied to streaming. However, optimization definitely took effect. And the game did seem much smoother because of it. So really good stuff on that department. Also, it seems as though the game got a little bit of a graphical tune-up as well. Some things just looked a little sharper. Some shadows looked a little more shadowy. Stuff like that. You know, I never really was too much of a stickler when it came to graphics, but it is a nice touch, of course, and people do like it when things are very pretty. And so also, another thing that I definitely like about the patch is I like the changes to the jungle. This change is it's different. There are some values that you could be changing. The gold gain and the XP gain values changing is a little maybe wonky in my opinion, because you can just get level 3 off of 2 camps right in the beginning, so that just makes ganking even easier in the early game. And then the gold gain seems to be a little too slow now, because the gold gain was already not that great, let's be honest, across the board, and now jungler's gold gain is not that great as well. But I know SMS is already taking a look at those numbers. They just kind of want to implement those changes to prevent a lot of the issues from the dynamic camp, so that's why they switched over to the static camp. So personally, as a jungle main, that's just the biggest difference that I noticed, that it was really easy to get levels now, and even harder than ever to get more items unless you were constantly ganking and constantly securing kills. So it does seem to warrant more of a quote-unquote death volley meta, whereas the farming for gold for your items seems a little less useful now, and it's just more worth to try and get kills in the lanes. So that's something that I could see turning into a problem. I'm not a very big fan of that. I prefer, you know, farming well. Also, another thing that I kind of wish they tackled in this patch, but maybe they'll get it in the next one, is that the minions not scaling with their damage when it comes to dealing damage to turrets and towers. It still takes forever to take down the towers, and that's mainly because the minions do absolutely nothing to them. And that is a problem, because that's part of the MOBA mechanics, is that you should be able to set a lane of minions, let it push down a side, and be a threat to cause somebody on the enemy team to rotate over, so that will open you up to other objectives on the map. So now you can fight at a 5 versus 4 because that other person had to go and clean up that wave to the right side of the map, for example. Minions on their own get bounced very easily. They don't do that much damage to towers. They're not that much of a threat, and it's just not a good time when it comes to it. The game times have also been still pretty relatively long, and so that should help increase the game timer if you make minions actually scale throughout the game and do more damage to the towers, because right now they don't, and it's just very noticeable. So that was probably my biggest gripe with this update is that, you know, it's kind of just leaving that out. But obviously you can only get to so much in so much time. They already delayed this update, so the fact that they got all this stuff out is also really incredible. All this stuff is really good. All the balance changes, you know, Bellica's stun was way too overtuned, so they turned it down. Boris's Q and movement speed were nerfed as well. Sevarog got a little bit of a rework where every individual stack gets him less health, but then every tier of shoulder pads that he gains from stacking those souls, he gains more bonus health than he used to. And so some people are saying, well, that's actually a buff. I have yet to play long enough with Sevarog to really consider the possibilities of whether that's a buff or a nerf. However, it is still really good to play Sevarog. He's still probably the best character in the game, although Gideon does seem like he's in a better spot now. However, yeah, Sevarog is a little nutty, to say the least. And I mean, again, a lot of it is because of his kit. Like, his kit is just so good. His subjugate, right, with the root, although that did get nerfed, the slow is not as long of a slow duration, but it doesn't really matter much because it's, you know, it's Sevarog. He's gonna come in, he's gonna root you, he's gonna siphon you, he's gonna hit you with his hammer. It doesn't really matter how good that slow is. So I think Sevarog still needs to be taken a look at when it comes to balance wise, but overall, good nerfs on Boris, good nerf on Bellica, and just good changes all around. You guys can read the whole patch notes on their website if you want to see every single little detail. But overall, it's a great patch. I think it's a great patch. They still need to add some stuff, but we're not going to grade them on the fact that they didn't add the stuff. It's just kind of my wish list, really. The stuff that they did add in were all really good things that people were asking for. Now, I just hope that they tackle the mouse sensitivity bug, that I have to reset my slider every single game to make sure that my sensitivity is good. That'd be great. That'd be a great one to move on to, SMS. If you're watching this video, I'd love for you to get that done. Just, you know, a little quality of life thing. And then, you know, there's some other bugs as well. But the big ones that were in the game, I think they were already hot fixed. For example, there was a bug that caused Boris players, when they picked the lumberjack skin, it would cause the enemy team to disconnect, and so it would just be a free win. So they disabled the skin entirely from the game to hot fix that real quick. So good stuff. SMS working fast and promptly as usual. I know people were losing trust and faith in them because they were delaying this patch, but I think it's safe to say that they did deliver with this patch. They patched a lot of stuff in it, which was really, really nice to see. I was actually quite surprised with the size of the patch notes. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of the new patch down in the comment section below. If you did enjoy, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss another YouTube video. And also, I do stream each and every single day on Twitch, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Also, one more time, check out the merch. Actions are greater. We're also coming out with hoodies in the future, working on a completely original hoodie design as we speak. So we'll see that at some point, hopefully. But yeah, actions are greater, guys. Don't talk the talk, just walk the walk. And as always, make sure you have a wonderful day. Peace. Wait. Let's see how far I can go. Yo, I'm completely off the edge. Clip it. Clip it. Clip it.
Has been slain.
Oh, wait, my team's fighting. Uh-oh. I'm actually